All right, my name is Samantha Hevege. So we are starting another class for Cambridge O level. Right. Let me share my desktop. Right. Okay. I think we were discussing the use of hexadecimal number system, right? So finally, I think we remember last week we have done the memory dump, right? So memory dump, when you represent the memory dump, so we use this hexadecimal number system, right? That's the idea about this, right? So memory dump, they denote a kind of a hexadecimal OX, right? Number, right? Number behind, right? So this number is denoting some predefined value, right? So that's the idea, right? So in other words, we say that it's trying to trace errors in the programs, right? So I ask you to underline this when developing the new software or when trying to trace errors in programs, right? So these are the functionalities where these hexadecimal number system is used in a computer system, right? Not only this, not only memory dump, this error handling, the tracing of errors, and denoting the error codes by using the hexadecimal numbers. I already show, the addresses, the MAC addresses, right? So MAC addresses also, represented by which number system? Hexadecimal number system, right? So which is the media access control, right? The NIC card, right? Right. This is the unique burning address, which is having a 48-bit, right? So these all are, usage of the what? Hexadecimal number system. So you don't want to memorize this. You want to just, understanding the concept, right? What is the usage of the hexadecimal number system? Okay, we'll continue from that point where we stopped last week. Here, the hypertext markup language. This is HTML. Anything about HTML? Who knows about this HTML? Anything you know? Can you tell me? What does this hypertext markup language? Any idea? Speak up. I can't hear you, Samiha. Your voice is too, quiet. Can you say louder? I mean, loud means, where I can hear. What you say?
Using web pages.
Creating web pages.
Oh, yeah.
Right? All right. Yeah. Creating web pages. Yeah, that is one functions of the HTML. Anything? Himesh, anything? Anything about HTML that you know? What are those? Himesh, are you there? I think I don't know your mic is working or not. Himesh, you can hear me, right? Your mic is off.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything about HTML? You know? Sami has said that, creating the web pages. Anything else? What are those? The HTML. It's a hypertext markup language. It's used for what? Right. So this is used for normally creating the web pages, right? This, when you say the structure, the HTML having the tags, right? So you are representing whatever the things using tags, right? So tags are, in between this less than and greater than symbol, right? That's called tag. That's the syntax. Syntax means how you are writing. The syntax. It's like a English grammar. So, when you are, writing the present tense, right? Present tense, we have a, grammatically the way of writing, same thing, right? In a programming languages, it's a grammatical meaning, it's a syntax, right? Each and every programming language, we say C++, Java, .NET, right? .NET, we have .NET is a family of the language. We have VB.NET, ASP.NET, right? C#.NET, right? So a lot of technologies behind that. Java, C++, C language, earlier language. The earlier functional programming, we have a COBOL, Fortran, right? So those kind of languages, right? Progress, right? So these are object-oriented languages is nowadays Java, Python, right? Pascal, right? So these are the languages currently working, right, in the industry. So anyway, so we have a, programming languages. Basically, this is the language, but this is for web development language, right? Web development. Web development. What is my web? World Wide Web. That is actually we are referring the internet, right? Everything in the internet, it's a kind of electronic documents, right? Electronic document. These electronic documents are represented through these whatever the web development languages. What are the web development? I just, because here I am giving some broad idea about the development languages. The web development languages, we have HTML is a very basic hyper text markup language. Then we have DHTML, dynamic hypertext markup language. We have PHP. We have a lot of platform, right? Joomla, right? We have Joomla. In a databases, in a web development language, we use normal SQL, not SQL, MySQL, and the Oracle, right? These are the database management systems, right? So these are kind of a web development environment. When you talk about the web development environment, these are the major things: PHP, MySQL, Laravel, right? Laravel, we have another platform called Laravel, right? So a lot of technologies behind that in these web development languages. Even the ASP.NET also, belongs to the web development languages, right? So we have J2EE, Java Development Enterprise Edition, J2ME, Mobile Edition, right? This is purely Java, right? Very advanced, so sophisticated language programming, the development languages. Mostly our aerodynamic technologies, some, this, we say that rocket science. Actually, these are the rocket science technologies, right? Java, right? Right. So this is the just overview of the what is called this web development languages. So here this HTML is a very basic thing. Hypertext. What do you mean by the hypertext? Any idea? Hypertext. Hypertext belongs to audio, video, right? Images or images or photos, whatever, you call, right? Pictures, whatever you call. Then we have animations, graphics, whatever you call, right? Text, right? Colors, right? These all the stuff, right? These all the stuff belongs to hypertext, right? So hypertext markup language means you are going to elaborate or marking using this language. That is called the meaning of this hypertext markup. Hypertext means hyper is kind of a heterogeneous system. Heterogeneous system. Heterogeneous means we have different kind of a technology, different kind of things. Different. Heterogeneous means different, the very different way. That's the idea about the heterogeneous technology. So hypertext is that kind of a thing. Audio, visual, graphics, animation, images, pictures, voice, recording, everything belongs to the hypertext. Got it? Did you understand what I'm meaning?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Right. Imeza, today are you sick today? You are not, you are so silent. Himesh, are you okay?
No, sir. Yes, sir.
Ah, okay. Have you take medicine?
No, sir.
Ah, okay. Right. You can concentrate, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, actually these days everybody is, getting, kind of a cold and fever, different. This country is the bad time for this country, for every aspect of. Most of the people are trying to migrate, right? So hypertext markup language, right? So here hypertext markup language is used to when writing and developing the web pages. Yes, we know that. HTML isn't the programming languages. Yeah, but we know that it's a simply markup or the web development languages, right? The markup language is used to processing definition of the presentations, whatever I told earlier, right? About the hypertext. So HTML tags which are used to bracket piece of code. Yeah, so these are TD, right? So TD, it's called table definition, right? Standard cell HTML tag TD and so every HTML, I just give the overview of HTML, right? I think I don't know you are normally HTML tags start from like the HTML. When you open the tag, you have to close the tag, right? Write this, right? You have to close it. So normally every web page has two parts, right? Every web page has two parts. One is body part, right? One is actually, this is not the correct way. I have to draw like this. Every HTML web page, every web page has two parts, body part and the header part. Header part is not showing here. Header part is, hidden, but there's a header part, right? Header part is about representing or the, keeping information, keeps information, keep information about the web page. That's the idea about the header part, about the web page. Okay, that is called header part. Header part. Header part. Every electronic documents, that is a web page is a kind of electronic document where you are representing on the internet, right? Very simply. I think you are all clear what I'm saying, right? In this HTML web page, every web page having two parts, header part and the body part. Body part is the thing we can, see from our eyes, right? Body part. Header part, it's normally not seen, but it's there, right? So that's what I say. The header part is a kind of a information about the web pages. For example, we have information about this particular web page, why we creating this page, what are the, we have meta, we say that meta information, the technology called meta information, right? Meta information. The meta information means a kind of a, information about that particular web page. That's the idea about the meta information. Same thing, keeps the information about the web page, what I'm highlighting here, right? So you should know only these things. Every web page has two parts, header part and the body part. Then, right, if I am saying like this, then definitely when you are writing the HTML, definitely there should be two parts. There should be a header part, HTML. We have to close the tag. When you open the tag, HTML, there should be a header part. Then there should be a body part. Because as I said there's a header part and the body part. So same thing, this, so there will be a tag called body tag. There will be a tag called what? Head. Got it? So in between these tags, you can define whatever the tags you need, right? How do you represent the colors? How you represent your font size, font style? How do you add the images, right? How do you put the some videos, graphics, everything? So each and every things you will have each and every commands. Sorry, not the command, tags, right? So those tags, right? So but in this, why we are not see. So now I am not going to teach the HTML in more in detail, right? Because this is only for representing the what's the usage of the HTML, what they say. So they use hexadecimal number system, right? Number system used for representing the colors, represent the colors of the computer. So when you elaborate the colors of the particular web page, so you are going to represent the hexadecimal number system. Every color has a hexadecimal number system. That, that's the understanding about this topic. So we are learning what usage of the hexadecimal number system or hexadecimal number system. So this is the one of the usage. What is the usage? In the colors of the web page, colors of the web pages are represented by this hexadecimal number system, where it is represented within the web pages, right? So we use specific colors having a specific hexadecimal number. That's the whole idea, right? But I will give the brief about the HTML as well, right? Normally when you open the tag, remember you have to close this. This is the very first tag you should know. HTML, how do you close the tag? Like this. This is called forward arrow, right? We say forward slash. Backslash is like this, forward slash is like this, right? Forward slash means, when you down, it come forward. That is called forward. Backslash means when you down, it's coming, kind of the kind backside. That is called backslash. Yeah. Am I clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So then HTML, normally after HTML, there should be, I said that head tag, right? Head. Under head, you can put a title, something, right? Under head title, then whatever the title, we say this is my web page. This is my web page. Have you ever created the web pages? I don't know, right? Then we have to close the very frequent opening tag. We have to close it, then that is called title. Very frequent opening tag should be closed very first when you close it. then a head, right? I have to close the head. So in a head tag, we can have any meta information also, but you know, it's not in your level, right? Then this one is okay. Then we have a body part. Body. Body, we have whatever the tags you want to add, then you have to close the body. This is the general idea about the HTML, the structure of the HTML. So what I here describe is structure of the structure of the HTML tags, right? Just to get an idea, right? So this part is represent the header of the web page, and this part represent the body of the web page. Whatever the whatever the you know seen in our web pages are defined in here, right? Meta information we can't see on the web pages. It's behind that. It's on the source code. You know, we have a source code. Source code. Source code means by using the natural language, right? By using the natural language, right? People are writing the codes by using English language. That is called source code. So this source code will be converted by the object code, where it could be understood by the computer. That is called, that is we use for translators. I come to later just to give the idea. That is called translators, because you know computer, even human can read human natural language. You know, human know English, Tamil, Sinhala, whatever languages. You know, if they're fluent, they can, sorry, they can understand, right? But unlike that, computers can't understand natural language. Computer can only understand by the binary language, ones and zero only. So because of that, this conversion should be done, right? So then only the computer can understand everything. So that's what this translator come into a play, right? All right. Okay, this is the overall idea about the HTML. Now we okay, I want to teach another small thing in this HTML. What is the structure of this HTML tag? But you should know these things, right? This is even this is not teaching in this level your syllabus, but you should have a kind of idea. So what is this HTML? You know, at least you have creating a small web page, right? So it's basic thing, right? HTML having normal, it's like this, right? You have a tag name. So tag name, then next one, you have a tag property. Particular tag, we have a whatever the property. For example, we have a we say, for example, font. Font is a tag name. Font has a properties or the features. Or we can say characteristics. Characteristic, right? Whatever you call. Font here. Font is a tag name. This is called tag name. Then you have a tag property of that particular tag. Font have, you know, font style. So whatever the font style, we say italic, something italic, or we say new Times New Roman, whatever, right? Whatever the font style. Then we have font size. Also what property? Font style, font size, right? Font face, whatever. So these are the properties, right? So tag, every HTML tag has a tag name, then the properties of the particular tag, property of the particular tag, and the value. So this is called value, italic. Size, I put 10. That is the value. Face, whatever, right? I will draw like this here. Font is a tag name. Style is a property of the particular tag. Then you have to put the value. We'll say style is whatever the style. We say Times New Roman. Then another property I can say size, font size. We say 20. We say only this. I have closed this. Then finally I can close the font tag. This is how the HTML is writing. Because I just want to, I am not, I am not going in going deep, right? But you should know the basic idea about these things. HTML tag should have a tag name and the property of the tag. Property of the tag and the value of the tag. Now you know the 3 things in the HTML tag. Tag name, property, value. So this is the format of the HTML tag. Full HTML tag format. Are you clear on this?
Yes, sir.
Great, right? All right. Now we are going to just to create a HTML document. You open the notepad, right? Right. We just create a web page, put HTML, right? Like this, open the tag. Same thing, you can close the tag also like this. You have to do like you have to do with me. HTML like this. You open the notepad and start in doing, and just put the this closing tag down. Okay, now I am putting head tag, right? Head, and I have to close the head also in the same place. It's better to keep the, then I can put down that also.
So we don't have to always put it in the center, right?
Sorry.
We don't have to always like put the tags in the center, right?
Same.
My question is like, you don't have to type all these in the center, right?
No, not like that. This is for the readability, right?
Okay.
You're right. Right, then title. No, then you can clear. No, that's what I am. This is my web page. Have you created the web pages earlier? If anyone?
Before we used to create, I created one.
Ah, okay, right. Good. Sorry. Should be head. No, it should be not. Head is already there. I can put here. Right. Right. So this is for readability. Right. Okay. Now I am going to start the body tag. Body, I am giving the body is a tag name. I am giving the BG color, something. Right, BG color. We'll give the this hexadecimal color. We'll check whether it is working. Here we can get that color. Here it says some colors. No? We'll put, don't know whether it's just try. Right, should be work like this. Should be hash. Huh? Okay. BG color background. So BG color is background, right? Text we text we say what? So text which color? Blue. Close this body tag. Right. So this is, we'll say whether it is working. BG color, background color, this color, I think this is red. This is, I think, blue, right? As I remember. Now I have to save this file, save as. When you save this, the save, you have to put this save as type all. My first, you say my first dot HTML. You have to, I couldn't mention that. So HTML, the file, whatever the HTML hypertext markup language file should be saved as .html or .html. So, you know, this is every computer file has two things: file name. This is very basic, right? File name dot file extension. File extension, or in other word, you can say file type. Or in other word, you can say file format, whatever thing, whatever you call, it's same meaning, right? File extension, right? File type. File name, whatever file name you can give, you say AAA, JPG. JPG is a file type, or the file, the type of the file. AA is the name of the file. We'll say abb.docx. This is the Word document file. This is the file type. This is the file name. PPTX, presentation file, CCC. CCC is the file name of the presentation file, and this is the file type, right? XLXX, this is the Excel file. ABC is the file name of the Excel. Excel, this is called, this is a spreadsheet. Got it? So this is the every computer file, even the virus, even the whatever the virus having the file name and the file type. That's how the everything, you know, everything created in the computer. Everything, when you talk about the file should have a file name and the extension. Normally exe, ESD is the most vulnerable executable file the virus can, represent. EXE file. When you run the executable file, the virus will be spread in your computer, right? No. Normally, so virus is more likely come as an executable file, right? Right. Just to get an idea. Okay, so this is how the computer file. So here, my first is my file name. HTML is that is the file type. This is the HTML or HTM. You can represent from both way, but it's same meaning. The web page, it call as hypertext markup language file. Let me clear. Save. I think I save in the desktop. Check with the desktop. Okay. So this is my web page. See this color I have represented by red, but I didn't add any text. But I put a text color of blue. So whether we will check whether that how then I can open this. I can give some we say I put some heading. This is my first web page. You save it. Now you refresh it. Okay, so this is my first web page. I think you practically saw now how I am going to represent the colors from hexadecimal number system. So this is BG color. This is called red. This is called blue because text is blue. This background BG color means background color. BG short form BG. It's this abbreviation BG abbreviation is meaning is background. Are you clear on this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. I think you already created, right? And run this. Did you get this? Everybody?
Sir, I'm still like typing the.
Okay, can you do it and just have a try? Just run and see where you can create a web page at least, Finish, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Avada, you got it, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. Himesh, you got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Right, we'll move on. Right. So, right. So there are, so what they say, there are some other tags, right? This is HT. The H1 is the head one, right? We have a until H6, right? We have many tags, right? So here BR is a break, TD is a table data, right? TD, right? Span, right? We have a color span, like, background color yellow. So this is column, right? Column group. That means in the column group, span is different, right? How the column is the width, right? And you can put the even the color inside the column, right? So table border means in this table, what is the border? The thickness of the border, 1. When you say 2, it will more, something like that, right? So these are commands. Sorry, these are tags, right? So, right. So HTML code is used for represent colors, text in the computer screen. The values change to represent different colors, right? So these are primary colors, RGB. This is called red. We say RGB colors, right? It's a abbreviation RGB, right? RGB. RGB means red, green, blue, right? So you can have double F probable 0, it's red. 00 FF 00 is green. 0000 FF blue. I think at least you can remember these things very easily because this pattern FF 00 double 4 the double probable 0, you can say it's red. Then if you want to have a green like this blue, you have to put the hash hash sign, right? Okay. So what they are saying, using the internet, find the HTML codes for the number of colors. Try entering HTML code into the computer and see how the colors and font types are changed. So that's what. So that's what we have done this activity. That's what here we have. So in order, you can put any more colors and check whether it is happening. That's the activity we have already done, right? So you can import or embedded images into the own design of web page. Yeah, so you can create whatever the web pages, right? So, but they are asking to have a little batteries. That's what. Okay, that's done. Now next one, I already discussed this. I have shown even the where this MAC address is gone. What is the command to get the MAC address? What is the command? What is the command to get the MAC address? Did you ever try? I said that you have to try. I have shown you last week. What is the command? If you forget it, go to your notes and check.
Hexadecimal.
Sorry. No, I think you are forgetting last week what I have done as a demonstration. I have opened the command prompt. You know, I am having very good memory, right? Everything, I don't know, I think God gave me, right? So I have very good memory. So even the not only so I am doing actually many classes, even per day I am doing many classes. I can remember every class what I am talking about. So that's the gift given by the God. So here command prompt, I open the command prompt and I shown you config IP config, right? Space / all, right? This is the command. So from that you will get the MAC address. So I have given the another name for MAC address, physical address, and I normally in the command prompt is shown as a physical address, right? So that's what here we are talking about, right? So we demonstrate, our demonstration already done. Here, media access control address refers to the number of which uniquely identify the device on the internet. The MAC address refers to the network interface, NIC, which is the part of the device, right? The MAC address is rarely changed. Normally, so because rarely change means normally MAC address will be changed only due to hacking, you know, computer hacking. You know, there are some, you know, cons of the, you know, computer stuff, you know, hacking. It's a backside of the computer, right? So by, you know, doing some malicious activity, right, gaining access to others confidential data, right, and gaining the financial benefit, and you know, breaking down the banking system, and you know, getting do some malicious transaction from account to accounts, right? Those are called hacking, right? So hacking can be basically, you know, doing like, you know, some people are doing hacking is a kind of a sport or like a hobby. So that is called, we call them as white hackers. So they are not, you know, they are not target to the financial benefit, but they do, you know, to get some fun, right? To, you know, they are by doing hacking they enjoy, like we know. So if you are like to play volleyball, so you play volleyball and you enjoy. So you know, I am playing badminton, so I am very happy with my badminton sport. So that's what the people are having some, you know, different you know, different likes and dislikes, right? So white hacker is the person who want to hack something and, you know, have some, you know, joyful time. So but they are not intended to do the financial corruption or the crime. But black hacker is the person, it's very dangerous. So they are only targeting the financial benefit, right? They don't want to, you know, do hacking like, you know, just to get some, you know, make some fun. So they want to get some financial benefit. That is called black hackers. So what I am saying is not the hacking stuff, you know, this in order to hacking system and all, because they want to enter to the systems, no? So how do you enter? Normally, whatever the server or the computer, the main entering part is the network address through the network coming. So the network is connected to this NIC. That is called media access console. Some people, there are some system you can duplicate this MAC address. We say bogus something, so you know, some bogus malicious things, right? You are going to duplicate or override the MAC address and, you know, gaining access to that particular port, and they are accessing your machines. So It's a kind of a, dark side of this stuff, right? Okay. So, whatever, only thing you should know here is MAC address is a media access control. This is the main thing, first one. And next one, you have to understand this number is uniquely identified device on the internet. That is the second thing, right? And this address, you have to know this address is physically burn in the NIC card, right? It's harder to overwrite, but you can do it, but harder to overwrite, right? Right. And another thing you should know, how many bits are there. That is called 48 bits. How many bits belongs to this MAC address? It represented by the 48 bits, right? 48 bits. MAC address is usually made up of 48 bits, which are shown in the 6 group of hexadecimal digits. 6 group, right? What do you mean by 6? Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, how the 48 comes? "48 come like this." We say 6, no? 6 group, no? Assuming this is the MAC address. This is 6, right? 6 group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How it comes? Because every hexadecimal number is represented maximum is 4 bits. Maximum. Fahalo, right? 15. So this is only represented bits 4. Here also 4. Here also 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. So here in a one group we have 8. 8 into 6, 48 bits. That's how the 48 comes. Right? That's how it comes. Right. So this MAC address is, they are saying that 2 parts. We say two parts here. Here one is here NN, right? Here normally it's like this. First 24 bits represent manufacture. Manufacture of the NIC. Right? So manufacture of the NIC. That means we have, for example, network interface card will be produced not only the one company. We say Huawei, right? Huawei, we say Cisco, Juniper, right? Dell. They have network. They are creating network interface. Dell, HP, right? They are making this. So when you represent that particular company, right? So that is the first 24 bits, right? 24 bits. So other 24 bits is represented by the serial number. That means, right? That means serial number means, for example, we say Cisco company will not, right? Cisco company will not represent, sorry, Cisco company will not produce only one NIC, right? Not only one NIC. They will create many, right? Right. For example, we say Cisco company, sometimes they create they manufacture millions of NICs, but each NIC they have a unique serial number, right? You can't duplicate it. Unique serial number. So that's the idea about this serial number. So first 24 bits represent the manufacturer. Who is manufacturer of the NIC card? So second 24 bits represent about the what kind of a card. How do you, what is the identification, like our NIC card, you know, whatever our driving license card, what is the unique number that particular company or the that particular from the rest of the network card, how I identify the particular NIC card, that is using the serial number. Right. Right. Are you clear on these things? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what they say, see, made by Dell, made by Cisco, same thing what I am saying right here. This one. Right. And other part is here. That is the unique serial number. So they will not produce only one particular NIC, many. So from that many, how do you represent a particular one from this serial number? So that is called 48. Right. Okay. Now there are kind of a, what they say. So there are saying two MAC addresses, kind of a universally administrated MAC addresses, that is called UA, and other way locally administrated MAC addresses, LA. Right. The UA is the far most common type of MAC address, that is one set by the manufacturer at the factory. It is rare for user to want to change this MAC address. Normally MAC address never change, right? It's very rare to change, right? However, there are some occasions when the user or organization wishes to change their MAC addresses. This is relatively easy task to carry it out, but it will cause big problem if the change address isn't unique. So there are few reasons why the MAC address needs to be changed using LA. So LA means what? Locally administrated MAC address. Certain software and mainframe system needs all the MAC addresses of the devices to fall into the strict format. So because of this, it may be necessary to change the MAC address of some devices to ensure that follow the same format. So what they are saying, right? So some mainframes, that mainframe means, server level, right? Server computer, mainframe is the dedicated computer which has more processing power, more storage capacity, more processing capacity. They work as a time sharing basic, right? So there are even the thousands of transaction can be made at once, right? So many clients can request in the some information from the mainframe, right? That's the idea about the mainframe computer. Normally mainframe computers are used to kind of even the weather forecasting system, even some banking, especially mainframe computers are used for banking system, IBM mainframe machines, and so banking, whatever our ATM transactions, millions of transactions happening, right? So from the same bank, something like that. So that is about the mainframe computers, right? So mainframe computers are in Sri Lanka heavily used in banking industry, right? For whatever the public and private banks, they have mainframe computer. They are all the transaction, our account, we say Sampath Bank, whatever the commercial bank, even the BOC, every account, every bank, they have mainframe servers to maintain their account holders, right? Maintain their accounts of their account holders, right? So that's what the mainframe systems are used, right? Even the certain software, some specialized software, especially, which is related to the network inside, right? Which is related to the infrastructure, IT infrastructure. They wanted to, list down the MAC addresses in a number format, some format. Otherwise, that will not allow to, processing. So the system will not, functioning properly. Because of that, they use this LA, right? That is locally administrated MAC address. That means you can change the MAC addresses. But normally these things are changing like an organizational level, right? Not the personal level. This is happening in an organization or some company level, not the individual domestic level, right? Because so domestic level is doing, but only for the hacking purposes, right? Normally the commercial purposes, they do for the some business purposes, right? So that's what they are saying. See, it may be necessary to bypass the MAC address filter on the router or the firewall. That's what I said. Sometimes they want to bypass. We say bypassing means, bypassing. We have a process like this, right? So we say this is a firewall. We want to bypass. So we are starting like this. So for this, we say here, this is a MAC address. So here we'll change the MAC address and we will, reroute here. We will bypass this. So this kind of a scenario, we use LA, right? That is locally administrated MAC addresses, not the universal. Universally administrated MAC address are, normally domestic one, basically our laptop, desktop. So, network, right? Even our mobile also having the special MAC address, right? Mobile having the network card, every mobile has a network unique address. So they also having the MAC address. So this MAC address is, it's a universally administrated MAC address, not the locally administrated MAC address. Right. MAC addresses with a certain format are allowed through. Otherwise, the devices will be blocked. Yes, that's correct. Right. To get past certain type of network restriction, it may be necessary to emulate the unrestricted MAC addresses. Hence, it may be required to MAC address to be changed on certain device or connect. So emulate means, there are two things. The opposite of emulate is a simulation. Simulate and emulate. Simulation. What do you mean by the simulation? Simulation means I think packet trace I don't have set up. No, I just want to show the real simulation. I think my packet tracer is something. I'm using packet tracer. Okay, so I'll show you later the simulator, right? Simulator is a it's forming the real world environment, real world environment, right? But it's a virtual environment. It's a virtual environment, but you can work as a real world. That's called simulator. Emulate means we are actually running the same physical software, but in a virtual environment. Virtual environment, right? Same physical software, but running in a virtual environment. That is called emulators. So in order to have a emulate some unrestricted, restricted means see some MAC addresses will be restricted. Why we are restricting? Because firewall is the where firewall can block the things, whatever the good things will be allowed, bad things will be blocked. So the firewall can block the MAC addresses. That means MAC addresses blocking means we are requesting our request is coming from the MAC addresses, right? That means coming from the computers now. So whatever the genuine computers will allow, not genuine computers will block. Right. So that's how it works, right? Right. So that is called emulate, right? So if you want to emulate the unrestricted MAC addresses, you can change these MAC addresses accordingly, right? So I just want to show you kind of a the simulator, right? The simulators are the things where you can run the real world environment, right? Right. So you can see. So these are simulators, right? I can put suggest networking devices or computers, PC, laptop, right? Printer. So I can connect these things from wires, right? Something like that, right? So these are routers, right? But I'm not here. We can't connect this. So here, right. Just want to get some understanding about how these simulations are work. Right. Right. See, so I just do some simulation. Right. This is switch. You have a laptop here, PC, computer, desktop. This is the router. Router is a where you have internet after that. Right. When you open the PC, so these are the PCs. PCs, options, IP addresses, VPN, traffic, right? Firewall, right? Email. So a lot of things are there. Right? I just want to get the understanding. What is this simulators? These are called simulators because I am very good at these things because my favorite subject networking. So actually I am teaching to many university students as well, right? So this is a kind of a networking stuff, right? So we use simulators here, right? But here, see, if you don't, so this router, so in order to purchase this router, we have to buy this, no? But by using simulators, so you don't want to buy it, right? You can check from this environment. It's like the pilot navigation system in this KDU. So most of the this aircraft engineers training students, 5th in second year or third year, they are going to train how to pilot the planes and all. So they use simulators. The plane is on the ground, right? The same thing, dashboard, everything is there, but they feel that they are doing they are flying, right? Okay. Right. So web addresses, right? What is my web addresses? Each character used to keyword which is known as ASCII code. We know that American Standard Code for information interchange. This is a 7-bit data representation in a computer, data representation. Every character 0 to 9, A to Z, whatever the symbols, right? Everything represented by this American Standard Code for information interchange, right? So what they are saying, these web addresses, even these web addresses, what they are saying, using this hexadecimal number systems. See, so they have a hexadecimal number system, right? This is a table. A good example of the use of ASCII code in the representation of web address or URL. So which stand for uniform. This is a good point. Most of the sometimes the MCQ and those kind of things, this question asks URL, uniform resource locator. You should know this, uniform resource locator, right? This uniform resource locator, right? It's called a web address. Right? It should be unique. That's why uniform comes. Resource means this is a web resource. No, now website is a resource in the internet, right? In the internet we have many resources. What are the What are the resources in the internet? Can you talk? What are the resources in the internet? Samia? What are the resources in the internet? Are you there?
Sir, can you repeat the question again? I can't hear you.
I just asked, what are the resources? You know, resources in the internet. Internet take resources, right? What are the resources in the internet? What resources? For example, we say website is a resource.
Database.
Yeah, very good. Database. Database is a kind of a resource in the internet. Right? Servers. Servers in the resource, web servers. URL, unified. So each and every, see, the website is a resource. So how do you, if the website is a resource, we say www.cisco.com. So this is the resource in the internet. But this is what? This is the URL, uniform resource locator. So this uniform resource locator represented by this name. This is kind of identifier. So this web address is denoted as an identifier to recognize the resource on the internet. So no one else have a cisco.com, or even no one can buy it because it's already purchased. The URL belongs to the Cisco company. So www.cisco.com having only one, that website only in the world. No other website belongs to other company. No, it can't happen. That's why it's a resource. So how do you locate it? By using this address. That is called unified resource locator. www.dell.com is a resource of the Dell. HP, resource of the HP, which is denote www.hp.com. Whatever the website, whatever the web URL belongs to that particular company. It's a kind of a resource in the internet. Understand the concept behind the concept. Just to understand the concept, right? That's what I already, every time I am saying to my student, right? You have to learn, this is the technology subject. This is not only the pass the exam, more than that. So to get the best one is to get to understanding the technology, IT, and the computer science. So, you know, computer exam pass, it's just a simple thing. You can do the past papers, you know, whatever the things and all. And you read it and do it and you get pass. But, you know, but you don't have any knowledge sometimes, right? You don't know the technology, you don't know the things in the internet, nothing like that. So no point of passing the exam, right? Even if you fail the exam, if you have knowledge, if you have a broader understandings, so that's value one day, not that's the value, right? Everybody clear on these things?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Okay, so any question up to now? Today what we have done here, yeah. Okay, I'll finish this as well. Here, assembly code and machine code, right? This is another point, right? So assembly code and the machine code, right? So this is kind of a more or less you have to learn. Before that, I'll come to that is called machine language. First language computer language is a machine language. Machine language is, it's nothing but it's ones and zeros. Ones and zero. I think I remember when I was in NIBA, my college, when I I started from diploma. When I doing my diploma, so we were got the lecturer. So back in 2000, 2005, something like that. So I think they were the last machine language programmer, right? It's a professor, I think from Colombo campus, right? So he's, I remember still, he was wearing full white, shirt and the, trouser every day in our lectures, right? So we will learn, he taught us about this language. Machine, he was the, I think last machine language programmer in Sri Lanka. Right. So very difficult, very difficult, because you remember, you say even now, even we have some programming languages, we are very it's very difficult to write the programs. So you just imagine that if you are having only ones and zero, everything you are representing ones and zero, how much difficult of doing the programming at that era, right? So that is called machine language era, right? So, the birth of the computer languages, birth. This is the origin, right? This is the, we say that forefathers, ancestors, right? Right. So then the machine language, after the machine language, when the, the development, small development comes, so, IT guys were found kind of a language called assembly language. Assembly language, but it's not purely, opposite of the machine language, but it has a kind of a machine language, plus it has a natural English, somewhat natural English. Okay. So some natural English words come like add, 0 1 1 0 1 1 0, multiplication, 0 0 1 1 0, move, 1 1 1 0 1, subtract, 1 1 0 1 1. So this is a kind of instructions, right? You are going to highlight from the using the natural English, right? But you are pointing to the kind of a binary pattern. Got it? Right? This is like a half human, half immoral, right? So like a Dracula film, right? So, right. So here, you use English, natural English, and you use what? This machine language as well. That is called assembly language, right? So those are the two kind of languages. I just want to, just give the brief about that. Then you will realize this, what they are saying. So computer memory can be referred to the directly using the machine code and the assembly code. They can have many advantages program developers so when carrying out the troubleshooting. So machine code and the assembly code we are covered in more detail chapter 7. That is fine. So here we are simply instructors in how hexadecimal fits into the picture. Using hexadecimal makes it much easier, faster, and less error prone to write the code. What this say, right? They are saying it is much easier, faster, and less error prone to write the code compared to binary, right? using through machine code, which was a binary, which uses binary, is very cumbersome. Yes, binary ones, right? These are very difficult. Only ones and zero. Here it's not ones and zero. Here you have 0 to 9, and we have A to F. We use all both things. Each 9 digits and A to F characters, right? It is very easy to mistype the digits. Yes, 101, you know, it's a intersection, transverse, right? So there are a lot of things you can mismatch these numbers, right? Mistype and mismatch, you know. So those are the disadvantages of the binary, right? When you binary or the machine language, when you write the programs, so you can say these are the good points, right? Just highlight these things. Very cumbersome. It takes long time to key in the values, that means find the what is the value, and it's easy to error prone or the mistype, right? Right. So now there are two things. Another thing they are mentioning, low level languages and high level languages. Low level languages are high level languages. Languages means programming languages, right? Languages. So low level languages, they merely use assembly code and machine code, right? And the high level languages, they use whatever our object code, right? That means whatever our object oriented languages, Java, C++, those are languages. So what is the difference between that? So here in high level languages, they use translators to make the languages to understand by the computer. They use translators to the source code converted by byte code, which can be understand by the computer, because source code is a natural English, can't understand by the computer. So that's what we want to convert it. That's what the translator comes into play. But here one thing, the machine languages, even when you say the cumbersome, when you write the program in the machine language, there is no need to have a translators, because it's already translated. It's already, you know, you are writing from the byte, these see ones and zeros. So computer can straight away understand what is this, right? So that's what. So what they are saying, machine code and assembly code are example of low level languages are used to by software developers earlier, right? Right. But anyway, they look cumbersome. They have advantages, right? So they are saying that you can find the errors, right? That kind of advantages are there, right? So these things are, you know, we will talk about in detail in chapter 7, right? All right. I think okay. I think we finished first chapter, right? So we finished first chapter. So we will from next week onward we will start the second chapter, right? So these are things we are talking about in the second chapter. So you know, from the second chapter, the most of the when the exam point of view, a lot of questions are coming from this chapter, second chapter, right? So we will be about binaries and all. these are kind of error checking mechanisms, right? Right. So here, see, web pages are there. Here we have to do some web pages here, right? So this is chapter 2. So chapter 2 is very important because a lot of questions are coming from this chapter 2. Even the O-level computer science 2210 paper, a lot of questions come in this chapter 2. So don't worry, I will make it simply. I will make it simple, and I will, make it understandable, very easy to each and every whatever the points, right, in this book says, right? Don't worry about that. Okay, then stay safe. Have a good weekend, right? Weekdays. Take care. I think now COVID is everywhere, so don't go out. Stay home. If you go out, please wear masks and sanitizers and everything. Even you wear a 2 masks. So this Delta is like a viral now, right? I think from tomorrow onwards, all the things are closed. I think only 25% of the Food City we can go. We have to again stay on the queues, right? Even the gym and all, everything is closed. Gym closed. Whatever the other public places are closed. Shopping malls are closed. So terrible time, right, everybody? So stay safe. So we'll meet on next week. Cheers.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye.
Bye. Take care.